Of course, it is a coveted time. Every Thursday about this time, it's time to go to the fork in the road. And of course, today, being St. Patrick's Day, the majority of the world turns Irish. So, at least for the next 24 hours, you're Irish. But with us right now, ladies and gentlemen, is our KCWI Health Leprechaun.
Oh, cute.
I love that. Sheree is with us, and you brought some drinks. But I'm guessing none of these are made with hops or barley or anything like that. What's up with that?
Not so much that today. No, we're going to be talking smoothies.
Smoothies.
But before we launch into that, I haven't gotten the opportunity to work with you yet.
I'm so sorry. It's the 20 minutes you're going to regret the rest of your career.
Well, I'm excited to be here because you don't know my shtick and what it is I'm about. It's healthy living and healthy food. And so I have we're going to be talking about smoothies today, and we're going to get into that. But I brought something special for you because we haven't had a chance to work together. And so on the plate before you is special little treat that I just whipped up for you. And that is...
That's why everybody was giggling in the commercial break. Okay, now I get it.
That's wheatgrass, and I've garnished it with a fresh violet. And there's a knife and a fork there. And really, it's the best just plain.
You know, it'll make you feel good, won't it?
It does, and it's good for regularity.
I got a 2-hour drive. I can't be that regular. It'd be a very long drive back to Cedar Rapids.
We've all done it, Justin. You have to too.
No, I would.
Yeah, we have.
Now, see, everybody's in on it, though. Nobody's going to say, no, don't do it.
Does he need a fork and a knife? You just pick it up.
You can just pick it up and
just
put it
pick
up.
it-
You just pick it up. Just pick it up. Yeah, just pick it up.
Well, I'm classy. I got to use the utensils.
Just put your pinky out when you eat it, like the Three Stooges always did, okay?
Really? Everybody did this?
Yeah.
It's part of the thing.
It's part of the deal. Now, eat the green stuff first.
Hey, Roski, is this a thing? Has everyone really done this before?
So
He's
the
not
green
even making
stuff,
eye contact.
you've heard of, wheatgrass juice,
Right, exactly. This is like it's better. It's less refined.
No, the more I get it closer to my mouth, the louder everybody's laughing.
Have you ever eaten chives?
Yes.
Okay, well then
There you
just
go.
eat it then. You've eaten chives, so go ahead. Go ahead. You're going to get a taste for it as soon as you take a
You're
nibble on
eating
that.
up my segment.
Okay. Okay, now, that's not bad, is it? It tastes like you just mowed the lawn, doesn't
Tastes like I just mowed the lawn.
Yeah, okay. All right. Now, what about the violet?
The violet is like the dessert. We'll think of it like
You're
that.
so full of it right now. I'll do it. No, you know what we do?
Oh, put it in your
Put it in there.
Put it in your coat. Thank you, Justin, for
Okay.
playing along and being a good
Yes,
sport.
exactly.
Hang on.
You know,
No, I won't spit it out.
Justin, you should try to be here April 1st.
No, yeah, I'm sure.
You'll be here.
I'll come back.
Yeah, okay.
Here, let's help you out. Okay, Sheree, what do we really
so
want
what
to
are we
talk
talking
about today
then? What did you bring here?
besides tricking our good friend
Smoothies.
here?
All right, which one are we going to talk about first?
The little orange one.
little one.
Okay, so the first thing to know about smoothies is you start with a base. That's always something liquid.
Everybody in the studio. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.
Start with something liquid. Oftentimes people will use milk.
Okay.
There's a world of options. I started with freshly squeezed orange juice. Give that a taste.
Okay.
And then I simply added a little
Does it
bit
have
of
any wheatgrass
mango.
in it?
There's no
Okay.
wheatgrass today.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's mango. There's a little bit of kale in there, just enough. I didn't want you to be able to see it. I didn't want to turn this
So we
one
have the green in there with the kale.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, you're concerned about everybody else eating green stuff except for I get it. Okay.
Notice how I don't have any of this stuff in front of me.
This is really
Isn't
good.
Isn't it delicious?
This is really good.
So remember, the base is a big part of what makes the smoothie wonderful. And the other things that you put in there are all going to complement the base. The base in the green one is a nut milk. And next week I'm going to show you how to make homemade nut milk. So I'm really excited about that. So this started with a walnut milk. And walnut. And then I got a little bit jiggy with it.
Okay.
I threw in some tahini, which is sesame seed butter.
Right. Yeah.
Very good.
There's vanilla. There's banana.
More savory.
Yeah, it's not as sweet as this one would be, but it's more calorie dense. So for a meal replacement, this is
This
perfect.
would be the answer?
Yeah.
And it's green because I added spirulina. So this is spirulina.
spirulina?
Spirulina is an algae. So now
So we're
everybody's
eating grass and algae here today. That's wonderful.
No, there's no we eating grass. It's me eating grass.
Some of the algae.
Here. Glad. No, it wasn't that bad.
Wheatgrass is always good for you.
Now, what is the benefit? I want to go back to the yellow one real quick, because a lot of times you'll have a smoothie. Oh, it could specialize in this. Something like this one you've made. What is the kind of the draw or the big takeaway from having this one? Does it kind of help with the digestive, or what's the big help with this?
I think of smoothies as being a meal replacement. It's not just a beverage, or it might be something. It's like an on-the-fly thing. It's easy to digest. So let's say you're really hungry and you just don't have time to do anything. Throwing stuff in a blender is a really easy way to get some really quick nutrition. The other thing is you can use things that are in season, and it's a good way to use up produce that's in the freezer or in the refrigerator. So that's the best things about that.
Then you can take your blender, just put it in the dishwasher.
Exactly.
Do you have any recommendations? Because a lot of times people get fancy and they're like, well, I'm just going to throw a ton of stuff in the blender, and it doesn't always turn out
right.
the best.
Yeah. A lot of times it's because you're trying to throw too many things in there.
Right. Keep it simple.
With juices, you can correct it with things like ginger and so forth. You can do that with smoothies. You're a little less successful. One of the things that I do if I have a bad combo, I do like to add protein powder to some of my smoothies. And so sometimes a flavored powder, like this one's chocolate, once in a while that will mask a mistake you might have made.
Okay.
I like this particular brand. Another thing that you can do to ramp up your smoothies, to answer your question, is to add some other supplements. This is a mineral and vitamin supplement. That's always really helpful. It's liquid, it's tasteless, so it's a really nice addition. The other thing I like to do is when you're thinking about the base, we tried nut milk, we've done some juices. You can also use tea, and this is a beautiful
regular herbal tea?
I like to use herbal teas, but if you wanted a little bit of a jolt, if you use green tea, you'd have a tiny bit of caffeine.
Right.
You can even make a coffee-based smoothie, so that if you wanted to do something that's mocha.
A lot of smoothies, because full disclosure, I do a lot of smoothies at home, and they always call for flaxseed or like flaxseed, not flaxseed oil, but the actual
ground flax seeds.
Now, what's the benefit of something like that?
Ground flax seeds have omega-3s and 6s in them, so that's a good thing. So it's nutritional. It's also fiber.
Okay.
So it's also filling, and it gives it gives the smoothie a little bit more viscosity. It thickens it up.
A little more body.
Going back to the algae, what does that do for us?
Algae is a source of protein.
Okay.
And so that's a really quick way to get that done. And I put in enough that you couldn't taste it. If you add too much algae, it does have a little bit of a taste to it. Okay. It's not a bad taste. It's I just didn't want you to have the flavor of it.
It kind of tastes like this right here. Okay.
Yeah, it can, exactly. And if you want to add more green, again, fresh, nothing better than fresh vegetables. This is kale. If you're concerned about kale being too bitter, just take the leaf part and leave the stems and use that as part of your juices. Again, for viscosity, thickness, add avocado to smoothie. There's a great solution for that. Some people will add yogurt. I just prefer to do something plant-based. Bee pollen, another source of protein. Also, it's coming into allergy season. That's good for that. And then finally, when you've got fresh produce, be thoughtful about, like if you're putting in some berries, you can leave the hull right on there. Throw that in there too.
The leaves and everything?
Really?
Yes,
Just throw
it
it
will
all
get
in.
blended right through there too. And there's nutrition in here. There's chlorophyll and fiber and all kinds of things. So don't take extra time. Throw it all together, drink it, and it's all good. It's got to taste better than just eating wheatgrass.
I can't believe you ate that.
I can't believe you let me.
I did too.
See, but everyone was in on it, though.
All right, people want to get more information, Sheree. How can they get a hold of you? Because you answer emails too.
I do answer emails. So go to my website, fork-road.com. You can also email me at info@fork-road. You can call me. The number's on the website. I am here for you, and I won't make you eat wheatgrass. We only pimp the new guy.
Just the new guy.
Didn't go for the flour though, but
No, this will stay in the lapel rest of the show, though.
You're
We'll
thinking
mark
of
it
me.
appropriately
well,
here.
thank you, Sheree.